Well, we got a big blizzard, so I thought I'd check in with the folks at Mount Washington, and we have Stephen Durham here. How you doing today, Stephen?
Good. How are you doing, Rob?
Pretty good. It's snowing. It's snowing a lot. How are things up there right now?
Well, right now we do have some light snow up there. Winds are starting to increase, but by this afternoon we'll see winds up towards hurricane force, 75 miles per hour or higher, and potentially gust over 100 miles per hour and even higher potentially as things really ramp up later on this evening.
So for people that don't know, what do you do up there in the Mount Washington Observatory?
Up here at the Mount Washington Observatory, we're a nonprofit organization. We do hourly observations, we do research, we're doing educational programs each and every week up here. But with the weather and everything, we monitor the weather, we watch our instruments out in the top of the tower, and we make sure everything is coming in at high quality.
So we have this big blizzard. It's dropping feet of snow in some places in New England. But when you're on Mount Washington, is it better or worse? How do you handle such a big storm?
So when we're up here on top of Mount Washington, tallest point in New England, we see really high winds, we see heavy snow at times, and all that combines together, and that can really hamper some of our instruments. We have to be outside shoveling, making sure we get the snow away from the door and underneath the instruments, because some of that snow or buildup of ice can really kind of skew the data.
How long does it take to clean up the snow mess, the ice? How many people does it take? How much time a day do you spend just trying to deal with the elements?
Each and every day, especially when we're in a fog and during a snowstorm, we'll spend anywhere from 2 to 4 hours getting outside, at times de-icing, shoveling. The hardest part is usually the shoveling because the snow gets really packed down and frozen, especially with very cold temperatures.
But do you have any snowstorm traditions?
Certain shifts like to make a cake sometime before a snowstorm, or when a big event does happen, they make a cake specifically for that. It all depends on really the shift, but we like talking and making our predictions as we're weather observers and forecasters, and we like to take our best crack at things.
So we have our meteorologists forecasting the weather, trying to let us know what's going on with the snow. So how does Mount Washington Observatory play into the whole forecasting across New England?
So every 6 hours we take a certain observation. It's called the synoptic observation. We take in more data. We're looking at not just the temperatures and the winds and the precipitation. We're also looking at the pressure tendencies. We're looking at what types of clouds are outside, how much snow fell, how much liquid is in that snow that fell over the period of time. We're also looking at when the snow started or when the precipitation started or ended over those last 6 to 12 hours. And then when that data is retrieved by us, we put that into the computer, we do all our calculations. We're looking at the dew point, relative humidity, and then we submit that. That goes to the National Weather Service in Gray, and they take that, and that goes into a database. And eventually that database then goes into the forecast models that are used all around the world by meteorologists, including myself, the TV meteorologists there at NBC and NACN.
Every year you're dealing with these frigid elements, how much equipment, how many shovels you go through every year, and it must be a big part of your budget.
We always have a supply shovel. Sometimes we kind of beat them up. We've seen a couple of hammers break here or there from the colder temperatures. I think the harder part is getting up the mountain. We have to take our snowcat each and every Wednesday for our shift changes. It takes 2 hours. That snowcat has to plow through snow drifts that could be ranging anywhere from 2 to 10 feet at times. And it just depends on the winter conditions.